in and join me as we go into Cancun's top 4 hotels. So, one thing that I like to tell people is first off, Cancun and Rimmer have so many hotels. They have a ton of them. I'm only highlighting less than a handful of them. But just keep in mind, each hotel has its own very special, unique experience and everything of that manner. So, what I'm going to go into today is my top 4. As normal, you'll have the links below if you want to set up a consultation. We can always go over questions you have, things of that manner if you're looking to plan something, whether it's your own elite getaway, retreat, corporate event, conference, anything of that manner. But I just felt like there are certain hotels that are just amazing. However, it is very, very hard to just narrow it down to 4 hotels because I'm gonna be honest with you, a lot of them are very amazing in their own and they're special in their own way too. So that's something just to keep in mind, even in general, when you're looking at planning or things of that manner. And that's what we're going to go into. So before I dive in, my name is Tysheda. I am the founder and CEO of Luxury Travels by Dreamy Designer Events, where we plan exclusive and elite experiences worldwide for clientele. We also help to organize and facilitate retreats for coaches, consultants, and companies as well. So let's dive in. And I'm going to go into some 4 hotels that are very special to me. And I hope you enjoy. Welcome to Cancun's top 4 hotels. So, one thing to keep in mind that I will just mention, most of the resorts that's going to be in Cancun, even Maria and Maya, most of them are going to be all inclusive. If they're not, there's like about a little more than a handful that are not all inclusive, or they have like a particular type of meal plan. With most of the all inclusive ones, which you can see on their website, as well as we will clarify for any of our clients, as well as all inclusive does cover food, drinks, non-alcoholic, alcoholic, entertainment at the resort, entertainment activities, anything of that manner. Typically, mostly the only thing that's not including is if you want to shop at anything at the stores or if you also want to do any of the spa treatments. Some resorts do have elevated levels, so they'll have like a preferred club, an elite club, any of those things. The only thing that may be different with some of them is they may have access to another restaurant or some other additional perks at there. So if this is ever the case, then that just means anyone that's not in those elevated ones, there may be a particular dining experience either you have to pay for or that's not available. But for the most part, all inclusive, you do have a bulk of your stay is fully all inclusive. And while you're there, it really helps, honestly, whether you're traveling by yourself, with family, even as a couple, it just helps to alleviate all those while you're traveling, costs. What do I have to spend? Extra money, things of that manner. Because once you get there, money's only optional, it's not mandatory. So as we go into my first hotel, that I highly recommend. This is actually one of their newer ones. It opened a few years back. Was it the Breathless Cancun Soul Resort? I've had a ton of clients that have been at this resort. And Breathless always was a resort that I liked it in their brand because it's under, if anyone's ever stayed at Secrets, Dreams, all of that is all under that umbrella. But Breathless is actually an amazing resort, and I'll tell you why. This was honestly, truly one of their most genius experiences because Breathless formed the gap of having an adults only vacation, but being able to have that nightlife vibe without having to worry about the kids or the teenagers or all of that. You were able to have so you have nighttime entertainment, you may have like a nightclub, you'll have entertainment, like special activities that happen and they're themed each evening. And it really hit that gap where you can have a good time, party, things of that manner, and then go back to your room. Or even if you don't want to have to be bothered, they have a ton of different pools or other parts of the resort that you can enjoy. Even if you're like, hey, I just want to, take it down, be in a room. The nice thing about it is most of their rooms are also soundproof, so you won't be disturbed too much by all the partying or anything that's happening outside. But it definitely is one of their really great brands. It's nice too because their quality is really up there as well. So you'll have a service, the food, even the extra amenities are all of that elevated standard. So definitely you can't miss it. It's also great because it's also in Cancun, so it's also located on a great beach area as well. And it's really nice because even when you're outside, whether you're at the pool, at the beach, you also still have drink service, you still have music you'll be able to hear. It really is a nice experience to kind of get away. I normally recommend this resort. Friends, family that want to get away, even if you have couple that's going away that really likes that nightlife experience, but also too, even if you're traveling by yourself, this is also a good hotel because they have so many different events and things in the evening or things of that manner that it will have you get out of the room, get out, and you don't have to feel like, okay, well, there's certain things like a game night that you have to be with other people. You don't have to worry about it because they definitely make sure that you feel included and that you also have a lot to do while you're there as well. Their rooms, oh my goodness, their rooms are amazing. First off, if you ever been to like their secrets brands and things of that manner, you'll see this definitely here. But the rooms are really nice. They're very clean. They're very like pristine in terms of the colors are still very warm. Depending on your view that you'll have, whether you have the view like a tropical view per se, or you have a partial ocean view, ocean front, either way, the rooms itself are relatively the same. You're still nice. They're very spacious, even in their entry level room. It's honestly just you walk in and you're like, wow, this is nice. Another thing I like about Breathless, and some resorts do it, not all of them do it, is you can actually book with one bed or two beds. A lot of hotels they'll have it where it's on a request basis. So you can book it or you can book it and put the request in and they'll try to honor it. And a lot of times they do, but sometimes they don't always. I love their brands because it's like if you're going, you definitely know this is what I'm booking, this is what I'm getting, and you really can't go wrong with them. These are just some of the restaurants. They have amazing cuisines at these restaurants, and they have it with same thing where they have different themes. So whether they have like hibachi and they have like a Mexican restaurant and they have Italian, all of them are different themes and they're nice because the food quality is also very good. So they each fit the type of food you're eating at the same time. They have the amazing spa, which is normally is an additional cost. But if you really need to get away, have some wellness, have some me time, this is your perfect way to do it. And as always, their event facilities. This is nice. Weddings are really amazing here. Even if you're going, you want to do like a family reunion or any type of group getaway, even for birthdays, they're really great because they have some amazing birthday packages. Even if you're going with a small group of people, they do definitely have some birthday packages that caters to it. This is also one of the resorts which I mentioned in one of my earlier videos. There's certain resorts that kind of cater for if you're celebrating something to let them know, and they'll try to do something that's also complimentary, whether it's a banner on the door, something in the room. And this is one of the resorts that do that, and I definitely think they make sure they take care of their guests 110%. This one is Dreams Vista Cancun Golf and Spa. So this one is actually still part of the same brand umbrella as Breathless and Secrets. This is just their family friendly version of it. This one's very nice. This one is, as you can clearly see, it is wider. But this one's also really nice if you like to golf or you're traveling with golfers. A lot of times, especially for if we have a corporate event or we have a conference with a lot of corporate professionals that actually like to golf, this is a really popular resort for that. Even though it is family friendly, it's nice because of how big it is and things of that manner. A lot of times, if you're going for an event anyway, you're going to be in the conference rooms, and then when you have your free time, you'll either be by the pool or you'll be at the golf, which a lot of people are. So definitely, it's amazing for that. Another thing that's really good is that it's very big and it can cater for if you're having a different type of meeting, event, or anything you're trying to facilitate at the resort, so they can accommodate that regardless. Dreams for their family friendly, it's really nice because they make sure that the kids are also very much taken care of. So they have different activities. They have activities that's meant for the family, and then they also have special activities that's also just meant for the kids. And they do this too, because sometimes if you're going away, you may want something where, okay, the kids can have a good time. You can have a dinner or you have a lunch or anything of that manner and just have some you time. This is why they cater this for this, so you can make sure you're having such an amazing experience. And as we can go into these rooms, the rooms are amazing. And like I said, they do not skimp on anything at these hotels. They make sure that when you are going to have amazing rest, you're going to have amazing food. They have room service, which I always tell people when you're traveling, even if you're traveling for a conference or a retreat or just your own personal vacation, where you stay, I'm sorry, it makes a huge difference. And I say this because even if you're out and about or whether you're meeting, but when you come back, sometimes that room is your own little sanctuary. So you want to relax. Sometimes you're like, hey, I may get back, get ready, take it down, and you don't feel like going to dinner. You can order room service and they can bring it to your room. So what can be better than that? These are just all their extra amenities. This is the same thing, kind of as I said before, the different restaurants that they have, which is really nice. They have a lot. They have about 9 of them. And it's really nice because they have sit down ones, but they also do have buffet style ones, which families really love that because especially when you have kids and some of them, one may want this, one may want that. One may not be much of an eater at all and just kind of want something quick that you can grab, you can sit down, things of that manner. It's really nice for that atmosphere. And then they do have your sit down ones where if you want to go casual, you can, or if you want to dress up and be able to have a nice adult evening out, whether it's a couple, by yourself, or even with your family, you can do that. Another thing I tell people too is sometimes if you're traveling with like a bigger size people, a resort like this may be nice as well because if you want something for like the adults to do, for the kids to do, then the kids can have their own little kid time and then the adults can also have that as well. So this is also good. The spa, one of their nice renowned spa where you can actually do different treatments. The same thing I tell people with all spa things. A lot of them, they say that when you get to the hotel, you can make your accommodations. Now, if you're traveling during a holiday time, most of our clients with our concierge team, we can pretty much do all that for you. But if you are traveling, it's always good to follow up with them ahead of time because sometimes holiday season, because they do allow reservations early, they just may require like a card or some type of payment to make sure that you're securing your spot and either it's a no-show or you end up not going and you don't let them know, things of that manner. Same thing for even facilities. This is really nice. So they do have, which a lot of them do, they'll do like dinners on the beach. If you're having a wedding, this is also nice, especially if you have kids. This is also a great thing because they can do weddings on the beach. Sometimes they'll have gazebos so they can do it in, things of that manner. And destination weddings have been very popular. A lot of our clientele, especially the ones that really want to like kind of like get away and want to be able to have a wedding, have an amazing view. Destination weddings have been amazing. I want to say at least about 20 to 30 of them. I have arranged on site and even more of them just with us arranging it and then them doing it when they get there. They have a coordinator at the hotel. They make sure everything goes as smooth as possible. And it really honestly relieves a lot of stress on the bride and the groom because a lot of it is already done for them by the time they get there. Okay, so here, welcome to our next resort, which is the Hyatt Ziva Cancun. So this one itself is it's really unique and it's really great. I actually was here maybe about 3 or 4 years ago, and it was really nice. So this one's actually a family-friendly resort, which is actually really vast. Where it's located actually is almost kind of like at the corner, if I had to describe it, if you've seen it on a map. And when I say that is one part of their beach is a private beach and the other part of their beach is a public beach. So it's just how they are located in the surrounding areas. But this resort is gorgeous. Honestly, I've been to a ton of different resorts in Cancun and Riviera Maya. This is actually one that I probably would actually go back to. And unless I'm traveling with with kids itself, I normally am like, oh, I prefer adults only. But this one, honestly, hands down. But I also do like it because if you notice, they do actually have a tower, kind of like almost center located in the middle of their resort. And it's actually their turquoise tower. And it's actually the adult only tower. And most of them also do have butler rooms. And they all have like ocean front rooms. It's so gorgeous and it's so amazing. And this is honestly was genius of them actually, because if you want to go away and say if you're traveling, some people have kids, some people don't. This is great because you have people who can stay in the adults only tower, and then you also have people who can stay in the family friendly section, but you still kind of use the same amenities on the resort itself. And it's just really nice in general, just because where it's also located is in a perfect spot of Cancun, because right the moment you walk outside of your hotel, you're right there in the heart of everything. So you have shops, you have food places. If you just want to go and explore and walk around and just kind of relax, they have that there. Also, they have right there when you walk out, they have like that most famous Cancun sign if you want to take pictures with by it. So definitely this hotel is, I highly recommend it time and time again, and my clients love it as well. These are kind of like their rooms. Their rooms are nice. They're very warm. They're very clean cut. They're very spacious, which is really good because with their suitcases and things of that manner, and sometimes you just want to relax. You don't have to feel like you're too cramped. It really bridges that gap and is perfect for that. Same thing, they have restaurants. They have a ton of restaurants, as you can currently see. They have almost 10 restaurants, almost 7 bars and lounges. It's really nice because even if you're traveling with a lot of people, you don't necessarily have to see them all the time because it's so big. People can be in different parts of it. What's also really nice is they also do have dolphins on property as well. They do have different, I should say, tours or different excursions you can pay for to do different activities with the dolphins, or you can just watch them because they're actually normally there all the time. So you have that advantage. Their event facilities. Oh my goodness. So because of the way this resort is designed, they have a lot of different meeting spaces and things that you can actually take advantage of while you're at the resort. So it's definitely, I want to say, high for travelers if you're going with a big group, weddings, if you're having a family reunion, if you're having a birthday, vow renewal, or any just getaway that you want and you want something that you can actually have a private area, this resort is great. And because they have either a family friendly or adults only, even if people had to bring their kids, it's still amazing. And as you can clearly see, they have their routing facilities and same thing, they have on-site coordinators. So definitely can make sure that everything runs smoothly without any problems. This right here is the TRS Coral Cancun. This is really nice. This one's actually kind of where it's located is it is a little bit further from the airport, so it's not necessarily in the hotel zone, but it's nice if you kind of want to experience Cancun, but not actually be in the heart and the hustle and bustle of it. I have been here as well, fell in love with it. Actually, when we were there, we had the unfortunate is the day we were supposed to come back, there was a really bad storm that they were having actually coming through it, and our flight had to get canceled. Actually, no flights were going out. So they had to relocate us to a sister hotel that they have for when they do their evacuations. But honestly, compared to a lot of the stories that I heard from some other hotels and things of that manner, what they did, they really were on point with this entire process because we relocated to another sister hotel. We still were able to sleep in a room, things of that manner, even through it. And I know some other hotels or whatnot, they had to either evacuate people to the airport, things of that manner. Like, aside from the fact that, obviously it was a storm that was happening, they made the process as smooth as possible in such a, hectic situation. But it's really nice. It's adults only. They have hydrotherapy, spa areas. They also have multiple restaurants. They have an amazing pool that you're right only steps away from the beach. You can see these gorgeous rooms. The one that has a jacuzzi on the terrace is a jacuzzi. Like literally you can be like out there looking at the beautiful ocean, relaxing, being in a jacuzzi right on the balcony. And also the swim ups. I mean, obviously a lot of resorts have more and more swim up rooms. They don't have that many of them, which is why they're normally always the first ones to sell out when they do. But the swimming rooms are really nice. It's kind of like giving you like your own personal swimming area. You normally are connected to a few other rooms, but it's nice because you can swim out there, still order room service. So your vacation doesn't have to stop because you're back in the room. You can still enjoy everything while you're right there. This is showing you some of the picture of their restaurants. Their restaurants were amazing, and they also do have a lot of different variations for different food options, different bars. And the way they did it is they composed a lot of their restaurants to have an array of different cultures and cuisines of almost over 20 to 30 different types of food from all around the world mixed in between their handful of restaurants. So you can be at like their tapas restaurant and it can almost have almost about 10 different influences from other places in that one restaurant just because of how they make the cuisine and how they make it come out to everybody else. They have their spa and wellness, which is actually a huge facility that you can do a hydrotherapy, even if you don't want to do a massage, but you can also do a massage as well. You name it, they have it. And then they have a really nice area for meetings and events as well. So if you're hosting a retreat or even if you have a conference, they definitely make sure you're taken care of either way. On that note, hope you guys really enjoyed talking about Cancun. I love it. Anytime people have questions or want to know about it, we are definitely here to help because there are so many different ways you can explore it, and definitely wanting to make sure you know everything ins and out prior to our clients traveling or prior to different conferences that are there is our key important factor. Have a wonderful day. Definitely don't forget to like and subscribe so that you can see all the amazing things we have coming up and so much more to come. Bye.